Hello and welcome back to Free Spirit Yoga. I'm Sally and today is day 11 of the Samaritans 30-day yoga challenge. Today we're coming back to look at opening up our body and our mind. So the asanas that we're going to be practicing are mainly looking up at opening up our shoulders and opening up our hips, which are two areas which many people tend to be quite closed in. Okay, it's quite common for people to have quite rounded shoulders with elongated muscles in the upper back and tighter muscles here across the front of the chest. And also it's quite common for people to have tight hips. So we're going to be looking at opening those up. But as always, by practicing these asanas, we're not just working on the body, we're working on the mind. If you have an open body, you have an open mind. If you have your shoulders back, your chest forwards, good posture, then it really improves your confidence, the way you feel about yourself, and also the way that others see you as well. Okay, so let's get started. We're going to start off today's session in Restorative Rest again. And this is because, again, I want to really focus in on that deep abdominal breathing. So we're going to have a little experiment with our breath today. I want you to come and lay on your back in Restorative Rest. So remember, that's where we have our knees bent, our feet flat on the floor, our arms slightly out away from the side of our body with our palms facing up. What we're going to do is we're going to start by taking a breath in and counting to 1. Breathing out, count to 1. Then we're going to try to deepen the breath. We're going to breathe in, count to 2. Breathe out, count to 2. And then again, deepening slightly further, breathing in for 3, out for 3. See if you can make it to 4. In for 4. Out for 4. See how far you can make it. See how deep a breath you can take. And then when you reach your limit, return back again to in for 1, out for 1. In for 2, out for 2. And see if you can make it a little bit further on the second time. So closing your eyes, we're going to start just by focusing on our breath. Breathing normally. And now in for 1, out for 1. Remember, abdomen comes out as you inhale. Draw your abdomen down as you exhale. In for 2. Out for 2. In for 3. Out for 3. Just keep on going. See how deeply you can inhale and exhale. Okay, and returning to your normal breathing, your natural breath. Opening your eyes, just going to roll to our side and push ourselves up to a seated position. And we're going to sit either with our legs crossed or our legs straight out in front of us, however we feel most comfortable. And we're going to begin by interlocking the fingers around the back of the head. Okay, so interlocking the fingers like that around the back of the head. Now, elbows should be out to the side to start off with. Really push the chest forwards. Now what we're going to do is we're going to exhale and we're going to bring our chin down towards our chest, and we're going to drop our elbows down so that they're resting by the side of our head. Now, it's important not to pull forwards on the head, okay? Just allow the weight of your arms to just gently increase the stretch. So we're going to exhale, tuck our chin down to our chest, let our elbows just drop down by the side of our head. Then we're going to inhale and bring our elbows wide again, really push our chest forwards and look up. So we're really opening up the chest, and then exhale again, bringing your chin down towards your chest, dropping your elbows down by the side of your head. Inhale, opening up. Exhale down. One last time. Inhale, open. Really push that chest forwards, really bring the elbows back as far as you can, looking up. And exhale. Good. Gently releasing the fingers from around the back of your head, bringing your head back to a neutral position. Now, another thing that we want to open up is our hands. As we get older, maybe we're going to develop some stiffness in our hands. If we keep our hands flexible as we age, then that's going to really help us. So what I want you to do is just bring your fists out in front of you, make a really tight fist, and then open your fingers as wide as you can. Close, open, close, open, close. Keep on going backwards and forwards. Really make a fist as tight as you can, and then really open as wide as you can. Good, I can hear one of my fingers clicking. Okay, good. Next, we are going to practice a seated twist. So either with your legs straight out in front of you or crossed, whichever way is totally fine. What we're going to do is we're going to twist as we exhale to the left. We're going to bring the right hand on to the left thigh, the left hand onto the floor behind us. So we're going to sit up nice and straight and tall as we twist and turn to look over our left shoulder as far as we can. Breathing steadily. You'll find your breathing is restricted in this position because we are twisting the torso. And then inhale back to the front and exhale now to the right, bringing the left hand onto the right thigh, the right hand onto the floor behind us. Remember to keep the spine long as we twist. Try to turn your head to look over your right shoulder as far as you can. And then inhale back to the front. Good. Now we're going to sit in that staff pose that we practiced last week in the opening up session. Remember, for the staff pose, if you can have the palms of your hands flat on the floor, then do so. Say, I've got short little arms, I can't do it. I'd have to have the fists on the floor. But what we want to do in staff pose, legs are straight out in front of us, we want to lift the chest. Imagine that you've got a string coming from your chest here and it's being pulled up to the ceiling. So that brings our shoulders back. The chest is lifted. We're just looking forwards. That's staff pose. Okay, good. Now remember that position for the next asana. We're going to start to open up the hips now. We're going to practice half butterfly, which we also practiced last week. So we're going to bend the left knee. We're going to bring the sole of the left foot we're going to bring that to the inside of the right thigh, or if you've got a bit more flexibility in your hips already, you can bring the top of your left foot onto the top of your right thigh. Either way, we're going to take the left hand and place it over the left knee, and we're going to support the left foot with the right hand. And then we're going to inhale, pull the knee up. Exhale, gently push it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. So that's either going to look like that, or if you have your foot on top of your thigh, it's very similar, just like this. Okay, and now on the other side, so now straightening the left leg and bending the right knee, bringing the foot either onto the inside of the thigh or on top of the thigh, whichever works for you. Right hand on the right knee, supporting the right foot with the left hand. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Okay, notice any imbalances between your hips. Notice if you find it easier on one side than the other. It's very common to have one hip that's tighter than the other, and making these kinds of movements can help to address that imbalance, to help balance them out again. Okay, so now we're going to come into full butterfly, which again we practiced last week. So we're going to bring the soles of our feet together and try to bring our heels in as close to our perineum as we can. Our knees are coming down to the floor. We're going to either interlock our fingers around our feet, or if that is challenging for you, then you can just hold on around your ankles. Either way, we want to sit up nice and straight and tall. Again, lifting the chest. Remember that string coming from your chest, pulling your chest up towards the ceiling. So you're going to really feel a stretch in your hips and your groin and across the tops of your shoulders. Okay, good. And release. Okay, next we're coming up to a pose called gate pose. This is going to open up the shoulders and the hips at the same time. So we're going to come up onto our knees. Okay, so we're going to practice gate pose. So as I say, we're standing on our knees in the centre of our mat. What we're going to do is we're going to leave our right knee on the mat, and we're going to bring our left leg out to the side, straight, with the toes pointing to the top of the mat. We're going to place the back of our left hand on our left thigh, and we're going to lean to the side. Try not to allow the right shoulder to come forwards. We're keeping that right shoulder up towards the ceiling as we lean to the side. We're just going to slowly allow our hand to come further down our left leg until you feel that stretch really increase here all the way down the right side of our body. And now we're going to inhale and bring our right arm up, trying to keep it straight, reaching the fingertips out to the left side, and we're going to look up to the palm of the hand. Now again, try not to come forwards like this. Try to keep it that side bend, even if you don't come so far over, that's fine. And exhale, release. It's quite an intense stretch, this one. Okay, now standing on the left knee, bringing the right leg straight out to the side, toes pointing to the top of the mat, bringing the back of the right hand onto the right thigh, remembering lateral bend, side bend, slowly bringing that hand further down your right leg as you then inhale your left arm up and over, so you feel that real intense stretch down the side of your body and your shoulders, and look up towards your palm. Good. And exhale, release. Good. Okay, it's time for Savasana, for our relaxation. So remember, for Savasana, corpse pose, we're going to lay on our back with our feet slightly apart, our arms out slightly away from the side of our body, our palms facing up. Close your eyes and completely relax your whole body. Okay, bringing your legs together, bending your knees, rolling slowly over onto one side. Okay, thank you very much for joining me for day 11. We're really starting to get through the month now. So join me again tomorrow for day 12. If you haven't donated any money yet to the Samaritans, please follow the links in the description below and do so. Also, if you like this video, please hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, please do so. Thank you very much. Okay, see you tomorrow.